But first I wanted to share with you some student examples. So these student examples are mostly from my classroom, but some are collaboration projects that I've done with other teachers. Let's see, so as that loads, you can flip through here, take a look. Some are, this is a virtual reality scene. We have some ThingLink, so that's layering text and audio on top of pictures, or virtual reality. This one is an example of something that somebody made in a Flipgrid, and it's just a picture of it. Let's see, this is our feature article that we do in 6th grade. This is using Nearpod as a place to foster some of that creativity in the subjects that you were teaching at that time. And let's see, this is a little movie about making compound sentences. So you see there's just a variety of things here. I'd love for you to take a look through. Think about what it is that you want your students to end up creating. So with that in mind, think about that. The next thing, which is now posted, is to go into Google Keep, and there's a video about how to use Keep if you haven't, and just kind of sketch it out. Draw out what is it that you want that product to look like for your students. And you may not have a very, very clear vision at this point, and that's okay. You can always revisit this. It's more about using using Keep as your sketching tool to think about your ideas and kind of get those out on paper. Keep also offers bullet points. So if you're the person who likes to kind of have those bullet points in mind, for sure do that as well. We're going to use Keep again tomorrow, so just kind of keep that in your head. But that's basically what I want you to do there. There's bonus material. It's about sketchnoting with Sylvia Duckworth. So that's pretty interesting and a lot of fun, and definitely something that you can do with Google Keep. Gets those creative juices flowing. Think about yesterday when you were taking notes or, jotting things down on the side of your paper. We always talk about annotating when kids are reading. Then, there's the sketch notes. And I know that some of our 6th graders did that this year, which was really fun to see in science. So then kind of the big thing for today is the backwards design, right? Because we're trying to say, hey, what is it that we want our students to come up with at the end? What are our standards that we want them to learn? And how is it that we're going to get there? And what pieces do we need? So I want you to just do part 1 of this, and think about what it is that you need for your students to accomplish, right? And then you can add to it as the week goes on. You can turn it in today, and I'll turn it right back to you so that you retain your editing rights. And then there's a video here about understanding by design. And then I threw this in here. I had originally scheduled it for tomorrow, but I felt like maybe you needed more, and don't shoot me if you think that that's too much. We can definitely talk about that. I can make the pace slower or faster, however you guys need. But I didn't want to give you too little to do today because there's lots of things we can add in as we go along. So I'm going to go ahead and make this code for Seesaw, but it sounded like a lot of you have used Seesaw in the past. So I've created an activity for you just to start thinking about, okay, now I've made this plan. I want my students to learn X, Y, and Z. What are the pieces that they need? So they need to learn this standard, and then they need to have these materials, and they need to have these multimedia things to make this happen. And it's just an exercise in A, using Seesaw, and B, kind of gathering those thoughts in your head, the materials sort of thoughts.